Omni-Talk, 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 yeah! Do-wop, do-wop, do-wop.
Welcome back to Omni-Talk. The topic of conversation tonight will be Omniverse. Now, y'all have heard of the universe and how there's more than one, so that's multiverse, right? You get more than one, it's multiple. Multiverse. Now, think of all the multiverses, universes, diverses, whatever verse out there now. Put them all together, and that's the Omniverse.
And we're back here live on Omni-Talk. This is our third session, third episode, third webisode, third recording
Edition.
So Kool-Aid.
Third moment in time. Space.
So since time doesn't really exist, though, it's just a unit of measure we kind of created for ourselves to understand this weird existence we're in. We came up with time. It's a great tool. But check this out. During the now, that is actually the truth. Everything's just now. And the nows are expanding.
In this now.
Yep. Now it's just now to this now. The past and the future we actually are experiencing at the same time. That's the weirdest part.
Simultaneously overlapping.
Yeah.
Just different frequencies.
And all of them. The Omniverse. The
Omniverse.
Omniturn.
Omnifrequency.
Omnifrequency even. That's awesome, bro. Good call. Omnifrequency. It's every frequency.
A new omni word.
And here's the crazy thing about this math. Those omnifrequencies are expanding, and we're going to get to the truth of that.
Forever expanding.
Yeah. For people that don't believe in the expanding universe, it's about to be proven to you. And you will actually get it yourself, and you will have an experience that Kool-Aid experienced. Am I right?
It just happened too, I guess.
Just now. That's what they say, just now. They don't say
in
just
now. In this moment it happened.
In this moment it happened. Here's the question. Kool-Aid.
A moment that we lived moments ago. I'm good.
and they're still living.
Yep.
So that means there's only the now.
Yes.
If it hasn't ceased, then
there's only now, but there could be separate moments.
Right, there can be separate moments, but that's just something we created because the truth is, everything is now because of why. If we didn't die, if we're still just going on, right?
Right.
Then it never stopped.
Exactly.
So
it's always
those moments are just how the measure we created. The truth is, there is only now. There's no time. That's why I say there's no time like the present.
No time like the present.
Be in the present. Okay, the question. Let's get on to this other topic, which fits in with this. The question. What?
What the?
Oh, that's him snoring.
I'm hearing something, man.
No, he was snoring.
That's him snoring?
Laszlo was snoring.
Man, Bob.
Bob. Oh, Bob? Okay, cut. Take 4.
Are you serious?
Yeah. No, we're going to keep all that, though. We're going to keep all that. Actually, edit at that point. Remove where K and B.
Whatever.
It's just Bob.
Bob.
Hey, Bob. Hey, so Bob, we're back here on Omni-Talks. And we just had an interesting discussion. We're going to bring something right off of that and segue into a question. Bob?
What's up, Bob?
You up for a question, Bob?
Sure, Bob.
You want to actually help these people overcome and destroy cognitive dissonance like happened with you in the now just now? Moments ago?
Moments ago in the now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Bob, do you believe in the expanding universe theory?
The expanding universe.
Did you before this evening?
I'd never understood it before this evening.
So Bob made a comment, folks, about we got to put this in there because they need to hear this.
Yeah.
You made a comment that there's new souls. And I said, I'm going to show you, and you're going to come to your own conclusion, so you have first-hand knowledge, and you're going to overcome cognitive dissonance in a big way. This will help change everything in your world, in your belief system. And cognitive dissonance is a bitch.
We might have to summarize the whole back 20 minutes.
No, that's why we have editing software. We can edit out just what we're saying in the now, right now, because it's just now. If there's a past or future, we couldn't grab it. It's
True
just in and
that,
out.
Bob. You're
Okay.
absolutely right, Bob.
Yeah. So you said something about new souls.
Something about new souls.
Now I said I'm going to have you prove to yourself that's bullshit. That it's just everyone's the same age. Everything is the same age.
Yeah, because God created everything the first 6 days.
And and that's what you came up with.
Yeah, well, you're right. He
the
never
Bible.
said he was going to come back and create new souls.
On the seventh day he rested. It doesn't
He
come back and
rested. He
say,
created
okay, I'm
everything.
rested, now we make some more. No, he made it all in the 6 days and said, fuck, I'm done.
Yeah, exactly.
So, if that's the case, how is it expanding? Well, the scripture says,
Yeah,
go forth and...
go forth and multiply.
Duh!
That's what
Boom!
I
Did you just prove it to yourself, folks?
Yeah.
Bob did.
I totally forgot about that.
It took us
scripture.
twice, though, to figure it out. Because remember, we played this scenario twice.
I know.
So those that are listening to this, you got the recording, download it,
Yeah,
listen to it, stream it online.
You're lucky to rewind.
Yeah.
I had to relive it twice.
Twice. And guess what? This cat over here's had Groundhog Day as well, Bob.
What, Bob?
Bob, I've had Groundhog Day on the same topic so many times. I came to the same conclusion, and this changes your entire belief system. It's now it's just about, well, okay, so the universe is expanding because we were told to go forth and multiply. So now all the energy, everything that's created is expanding. That means everything's expanding. Mm-hmm. In the now.
In the now.
So there's only this instant. So that 6 days is happening now. It didn't just happen, and there was no moment break there, like a cut and a slice in a tape.
Right.
Or a stop button in a digital recording. No.
Everything's
This was,
expanding.
he's making it right now. He, she, whatever God is, our Father and our Mother, is making, the universe
Both.
is making itself right now. So that means we're part of that too, and we're expanding. Go forth and multiply, we're multiplying. Our cells are constantly dividing, and we're replacing this physical flesh suit, this little, this little ash, carbon-based, like soil creature with a bunch of water and dirt. Yeah, you burn that shit off with a bright light, like in that movie we saw, Bob. What happens? A little steaming pile of
of ash or dirt or whatever this flesh would be if it was burnt up by light.
Mm-hmm. There's probably some mineral. It's probably like salty dirt.
Yeah, probably because
A lot of minerals in it.
Because the water in our body would evaporate from the heat from the light.
Supposedly, every element known to man would be in there as well, like all the metals.
Well, we do have metals in our body.
Crystals. There's like supposedly everything though. We're all the same matter supposedly. But that's, you have first-hand knowledge of that, Bob?
Of what, Bob?
Of what we just talked about.
Which part of the moment?
Just now. No, that all matter is made of the same material, same intelligence, same magnetic, electromagnetic.
Well, I'd say maybe not made of the same thing, but we're all connected because we all came from the same thing. The earth that God created.
But for it to communicate, though, it had to be the same thing, communicate with the same thing. So everything is the same.
How's it connected?
How does it communicate if it's not?
Huh?
If I speak French and you don't, can we communicate?
Yeah.
It'd be kind of tough.
Yeah, but you can understand shit.
Okay. How about if I spoke Swahili and you're you're Iceland and you speak the actual whatever language they speak?
Dude, body language, hand signals.
Right, but I'm talking, could we just actually have a conversation like this, though? No, not until we learn each other's language. So, don't you think that those cells, or the smallest particles of whatever we are, actually have everything so they can communicate? Because they didn't speak the same language, so if they're missing one part, they can speak the same language.
Just like us with the tree outside. We're made of the same thing, the earth.
Yeah. This lighter, this fire.
The fire. That's
everything's made out of the same thing.
There's oxygen in that air. That's what it lives off of. So do we. There's the connection.
So if this is holographic, that would make sense too, because for communication to happen, think about how many pixels I just used.
Exactly. It comes down to pixels, too. You're absolutely correct.
And how much space was between all those pixels when you look at it really close? Go into the macro, deep in, microscopic, subatomic, whatever, we don't have names for yet. And you actually see the actual individual particles. Well, when I did the spirit molecule, when it came my way, I was shown that even when you look into that smallest particle, it's still an infinite expanding thing. You never can see it all because it's expanding because we were told to multiply.
Infinite.
It's infinite. And infinite's, we looked up...
I just looked up the etymology
let's play that out.
Infinite.
Let's play that out. Don't say it yet. So, Bob, when you're a child growing up, If somebody said, "What's a cult mean, Bob?" What would you say?
A cult? I would think it would be like evil and like.
Same here, Bob.
Like a
I
cult,
actually said that.
like,
Somebody said a cult. No, ooh, that's evil. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Right? So if somebody said, "What's magic?" What would you say? Back then. Back then. Not
Back
now.
then, well, I always thought it was. I never believed in magic, actually.
I kind of didn't either because it's magic. We're
You
told
know,
not to believe
I
in it.
always
That's
thought,
fairy
okay, what's the
tales.
trick? I've always been watching the magician trying to figure out how he's doing the trick.
Yep.
I never believed in magic.
So, kind of same here because we were told not to, and so I kind of listened because I trusted my family and my church at the time, right?
Right.
But then as I grew up, I'm like, nah. As a little kid, actually 8 years old, I'm going, oh, these adults are messed up, Bob. What are they talking about? They don't even realize what's going on. Well, anyway, back on this. Magic, you didn't really believe in it, so you don't have a definition for it then.
Right.
You thought it was just some gimmick, there's a
trick,
sleight of
doing
hand.
tricks. Yeah.
We're really creative and fast. You know, in our minds, our hands are faster than the eyes, supposedly.
Exactly. It is.
Well, think about it. It just disappears, actually, Bob.
Yeah, it's quicker than that. If you go,
Yeah.
because you can't focus on it the whole way.
Bob just did a karate chop on himself, Bob.
On myself, just for the sound of, just for the visual of my hand being blurred in front of my face.
Yep.
Ninja chop.
Now, chop.
Drunken ninja.
You got the drunken ninja in there, Bob. Did you get the PD?
Nah, the PD.
So Bob looks up the etymology of
infinite.
Infinite. What did it say, Bob? Oh, wait. What would Bob have said before? What's infinite?
Infinite means.
Back
I
then,
always
not
thought
now.
it was back then. Continuous is what
Continuous.
I thought.
Yeah,
But pretty
continuous.
much I was right. Just it was worded differently,
Yeah.
and it confused me for a minute there.
So how was it worded?
Not ending, is what the etymology said.
But because the word not's there,
it was in Latin, though, not
Yeah.
ending.
because not is there, it throws your mind a loop.
It means there's no end, right?
So that is continuous.
So that's continuous.
And then it hits you that multiplying. If it's multiplying continuously, not ending. So it's multiplying, not ending. It has to be expanding universe. If you guys don't believe in the expanding universe theory now, whether you believe in the Bible or not, we just proved it to you.
Yep.
Well, some will say,
if we didn't prove it to you, watch the Genesis code. That opened my eyes a lot.
Bob, I saw tears in Bob's eye that night.
I saw tears in Bob's eyes that night.
Both Bobs had tears in both Bob's all four eyes. I just want to say it about third. I want to be the universe.
I just want to.
If we're born of if God created us in their image, they don't define their other than Elohim, which is an androgynous being, an androgynous deity.
It's like, well, the angels are unisex. They're like no sex. You know what I mean? They're like, they don't have
androgynous.
Yeah, is that what that is?
It's a mix of male and female.
Well,
the angels,
mix of male and female is hermaphrodite. I think they're neither.
Well, not hermaphrodite. It's usually
both.
just an actual sex organ down here, but an androgynous would be literally a blend in the entire body. You'd see it in their features. You'd be like, is that a girl or a guy? Literally. Is that a pat?
I got
Remember Pat on Saturday Night Live?
Yeah.
And I'm not slighting anyone that's androgynous looking. I think it's the most beautiful thing in the world because you look just like our father and mother actually intended us to look. And that's what we're transmuted into. And then we go into that.
I never thought of that.
Bob.
It's just after the years of mutations, or people would say evolution.
Evolution happens with.
We became male and female because we're all born in the womb. We're the same.
If you don't believe that, this is for the Bobs out there. Bobs, if you don't believe that you can be an evolutionist and a Bible believer, and I didn't say a Christian, and all these churchy, what do you call them, the churchgoers? The the 501c3 government owned.
The ones who actually believe what the person in a robe tells you.
And they pray to them, and they pay taxes and all that stuff.
I mean, seriously.
They have idolatry, they have graven images.
Right, and how are you going to pay attention to that when you seek within anyway? You read the Bible to yourself, meditate and pray on it, and you'll know what the hell you need to know. Why are you going to have some man who can dilute the word, twist it, torment it, just make it demented to his own thoughts, and he's got a bunch of people following?
And then you got the Bible that says you can't even discern this stuff intellectually with man's mind. You have to actually go within to discern it. And he said none of the prophets actually discerned anything other than through visions or dreams. probably own some plant matter. Looking at some of the stuff that they drank and some of the local plants in those regions.
Right.
So if you guys take Bob's word on it and listen, or go watch the Genesis Code, give it a chance. If you're a hockey fan, it's an added treat. But give
right.
If you're a journalism fan,
It's an added treat.
yeah. If you like a good singing, a good song, what'd you think?
And if
What'd you think of that Bob singing, Bob? I interrupted you, Bob. Sorry,
what
Bob.
Bob singing, the one in the movie?
The darker skinned brother that sang the song. Where'd that voice come from?
I have no idea. But
That was awesome.
this movie would be good if you like, if you're a good Christian and all.
Mm-hmm.
I say
And if you're not, if you're an atheist, first of all, how can an atheist...
anybody should like this. If you like science, if you believe science over religion, if you believe the Bible over science, if you don't believe in
If you have a
jack
heartbeat,
shit,
you should be watching this
you
movie.
should see this movie.
Because even the...
It'll make you all convinced that it's all one and the same. Everything is one and the same, so it relates back to Bible and science.
Evolution and the Bible and all the ancient texts all say the same story. They actually agree, and you should watch Genesis Code. We're not plugging it. We get no commercial compensation from this, no stipends.
Yeah, that is. Why the hell would we even want that shit? What's money?
What's money?
We're not living off money.
No, everything's free, Bob.
Everything is free. Go grab it.
The Creator gave us...
Land of the free, home of the brave. Everything's free. Free if you're brave.
Everything's free if you're brave enough, Bob, is the way you first said it.
Is that the way I first said it?
That's the way you first said it.
Oh yeah.
Would you say it again?
Land of the free, home of the...
Let's take a pause so we can cut it in.
What? Oh, is it? Land of the free, home of the brave. Everything's free if you're brave enough.
Oh, you said it with a question.
Huh?
Say it with authority like you did last night, or the other night. Ready? And 10, or 3, 2, 1.
Land of the free, home of the brave. Everything's free if you're brave enough. Everything.
Bob?
Even our national anthem says it. That's the national anthem, right?
And the home, in the land of the free, and the home of
In the land of the free, home of the brave. Well, everything's free. Go get that shit.
The Creator in the Bible says not to charge for victuals or victuals, which are listed as supplies. Household goods, food, commodities. And then later it says in the Newer Testament, what does it say? Freely we were given, freely we give.
So, yeah.
And we're supposed to, the Old Testament, they did Jubilees every 7 and every 50 years. New Testament? Nah, everything's free. Everything's free. All the debts were paid for.
All debts are paid for.
We're heirs to the Christ. All of us that believe we are. That means all of us are. Even the expanding ones. Everyone is literally an heir of God. That means we're all the children of God. Because we are God. We're particles of God.
And even if you don't believe that everything's free because of the Bible, well then just look at the dollar if you want to give them money. If you want to give them money, look at the dollar bill. All you gotta do is give them that, your debt's paid.
It's a piece of paper.
If you read that dollar bill piece of paper, you'll understand. That covers your debt.
It says all debt.
All debt.
Public and private. So if you have a $1 bill...
You don't need 96 of that pieces of paper. That one is good enough.
Just read stuff, folks. Just read. Quit watching American Idol and all these freaking reality shows. They're not reality. You think that reality is not an illusion? Look at this reality.
So, I'm going off topic for a bit here, but if you go with that $1, all debt's paid, why go spend $10 on a pack of cigarettes when you can give them 10 separate times for 10 packs? At separate times, separate visits to that gas station, anywhere.
This note is good for all debts, public and private, Bob. It doesn't say all debts at a different denomination, because if you ask them to define dollar, there is no definition in the legal system.
True that.
So a dollar is a unit of measure. Like, so if somebody says, I need a gallon of something, or an ounce of something, a bushel of something. If they need $1 of something, because dollar hasn't been defined as, it's just a unit of measure, so it's dollars of what? It's a fiat currency, it has no value.
Dollars of paper.
Yeah, it's just
that
paper.
one paper.
Here's another thing, even the government printing office says The $1 bill and the $50 bill, the 10, the 5, the 100, whatever dollar bills they have, twos if they're still making twos, they're all the same cost to print. So they're even telling you they're the same value. They're all worth the same price. Everything's the same.
And oh yeah, I know what you're gonna say. No, it's how much money you have in the bank. The number on it's telling you how much what? How much dollars is in the bank? Well, no, the dollar's not in the bank. The dollar's in your damn hand. It's just a number on a computer screen.
If you have a debit card,
Therefore,
you don't even see dollars. You don't see
Yeah.
money. You don't see paper. You don't see anything. Notes. It's
Yeah,
just
so-
invisible money. Well, if it's invisible, and we already know that money's not worth anything.
And that's just for the suckers who are working their 9-to-5 job, making hundreds and hundreds of dollars. You're just being stupid.
the
You're
more
working
you
for
have,
nothing,
the more you're
man.
in debt.
The more you have, the more
That's an illusion too.
the more they're suckering you.
Yeah, because it's actually you're not debt because it's an illusion of debt.
That's what I'm saying.
Everything's free.
Oh yeah, yep. That all comes back to everything's free. Because even if you have the cash money, you're giving them more of them pieces of paper than you need to, which is just representing another.
If you're into reading, read Modern Money Mechanics.
It's an infinite loop of freeness.
Yeah.
Just go grab your shit.
Modern Money Mechanics to show that your signature is what actually creates the money. Fractional reserve.
Yeah,
off
a
of that.
signature to a name that they gave you.
Well, that the parents registered.
Well, I mean,
At birth.
okay, the number tied to your name.
The social.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can't do nothing without the social anyway.
That's probably the mark of the beast, not. But I don't want to get into that. But
Oh.
if you don't have that number, you can't really trade in commerce.
Because, oh my God.
The Bible talks, bro. That
I
Bible.
think you could be right, dude. You just because.
I didn't want to go there tonight, guys, but I
Okay.
guess we're going there, Bob.
Well, no, we don't have to. That's
Bob,
for
can I
another
smell
night.
that incense
I'll remember
stick?
it. It's for another night.
Keep those sharp nails.
If you want to hear that, listen to a different episode.
Yeah, Bob. Let's make sure we do that.
We'll try.
Okay.
No guarantees.
That's a lot of information tonight, Bob. So I'm going to sign this one off. That's a 21 minute recording of
Wow, I've
badass,
never done that long on my phone.
badass shit, bro. Did it record the whole time?
Yeah, it's still recording. I don't know.
Wow, Bob. Bob, there's some good stuff in there.